Good morning, everyone. My name is Kevin. Today is March 20th, Friday. I want to talk about the topic on when do you need self-isolation, when do you need a virus test, and when do you need to go to hospital. For now, the best practice for everyone and for our society is everyone should stay home as much as possible. Even at home, practice social distancing, even with your family members, your parents, your kids. That's the best practice for everyone in current situation in our society. We know some government already ordered mandatory isolation for everyone, lockdown. The city, everyone should stay home, right? Before that happened, because those orders are usually late. It usually happened when the situation is really bad. So we need to do that before it happens. So everyone should stay home as much as possible. If you have to buy something, you buy for the whole week or even more. Don't go out often, right? That's the main thing. So there are situations you must practice self-isolation. There are, I think, three situations. One is when you have any discomfort. When you feel any discomfort, you should stay home. Don't go out of your house. Stay home, practice social distancing even within your home with other members. Stay in your own bedroom and use your own toilet. Eat in your room. So, for example, if you have headache, you have sneezing, you should stay home. Don't go out. Even with mask, don't go out. If you have nausea, vomiting, stay home. If you have diarrhea, stay home. If you have cough, of course, stay home. If you have muscle pain, joint pain, stay home. If you feel really tired, stay home. In one word, any discomfort, you should stay home for self-isolation. You don't want to spread virus to anyone, right? And the second situation is if you have traveled within the last 14 days, if you come back from other countries, from US, from Europe, Asia, and even you travel from other provinces within Canada, you should practice self-isolation at home for 14 days. Yeah, because you don't know when you travel, someone may be positive with the virus and you become a carrier, you don't know, right? So that's the second situation. The third situation is if you have taken care of sick person. I don't mean the patient in the hospital, but even at home, someone gets sick, you take care of them, and you stay very close to them. For example, you had meals, dinner together with the sick people. You talked face to face with them. You play with them. Right, those close contact. You need to practice self-isolation because you may get infected. Actually, that happens a lot. I think the virus, the epidemic, has already happened in our society, in our community. It's not only coming from outside; it's happening inside our community. So in those three situations, you have to practice self-isolation at home. When you really need something, you don't have anyone to go shopping for you. You can either call or buy online. I think it's easier call or ask your friend. Sometimes it's not very convenient to buy online. So you can ask your friend to buy something and drive to your home and put the grocery in front of your door, and they go, right? They go and you pick it up, and that's how you can manage when you are on self-isolation. And the next topic I want to talk about: when do you need a virus test? Not everyone needs the test, and even though you have a very mild uh, symptoms, you don't need a test. Here's why. First of all, we don't have adequate plenty of the test kits, right? We need to leave them to the most needed people in the hospital, for the healthcare workers, and for really sick people. So if you're not sick, if you have really mild symptoms, what you need to do is just self-isolation at home. You don't need to go for the test. The test is not 100% accurate. Even though it's negative, it doesn't mean you don't have. So negative or positive or not, you should still practice self-isolation. Even though you are negative in the test, you still cannot go out, right? You still need to stay home for self-isolation. And also, today you are negative doesn't mean tomorrow or next week you are still negative. So we cannot do tests for everyone in the society every day. So we don't have that resources, and that makes sense. So the best practice is not to have a test, but stay home, stay self-isolated in your room. So that's when when you don't need test. Only when you are your symptoms are really severe, really serious, right? Coughing, heavy cough, and you feel really bad, right? And then you can call your family doctor, other primary health providers, or call the hotline to have their professional advice, and they can tell you where to have the test, right? You can book ahead, so you don't need to line up for too long. And when you go for the test, you need to wear a mask and have the hand sanitizer practice, hand sanitizing, and also you have to maybe drive by yourself. You don't want to contact other people. That's the thing about testing. And then when you need to go to hospital is for the emergencies, for people are really sick. They need to hospitalized, and they need intense care. So if you have only mild symptoms, you don't want to go there. You don't want to get infected from the really sick people in the hospital, right? Especially when you are not sick, you don't want to visit the hospital, visit the patients. Don't visit, okay? And if I have mild symptoms or even moderate symptoms, you can manage at home. Don't go to the emerge. Go to the emergency only when you have breathing difficulties. If you cannot speak a few sentences, or even a few words, you feel hard breathing, or if you have a deep breathing, you feel it's really hard. That's the time you need to go to the hospital, go to the emergency to have the hospital care. That's, I think, the only situation when you have breathing difficulties, or you have really other severe problem. That's the hospital call. You have to go there for majority of people, 85 to 90% of people who are infected by the virus, you don't need to go to hospital. But for sure you need to stay home and take some Tylenol or Gravol, vitamins, vitamin C, vitamin D, zinc, drink a lot of fluid, and other measures to help you to recover. Usually people can recover in 1 or 2 weeks, usually. So those are the topics we talk about today. And if you have any questions on any tips, any ideas to share, please leave a message. And you are welcome to subscribe our channel. We'll keep updating our ideas on this COVID pandemic in Canada. Thank you, and take care of yourself. Stay home.